quiet while I talk to the people, okay? Hey, you hear me, baby? You silly boy. You silly. Destiny Austin, and we are back with another episode of Destiny's Diary. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how I found out that I am pregnant, guys. Yes, I am pregnant with my 4th child, which I'm super excited about. But the journey to finding that out was a bit challenging. I actually got 2 positives, 2 negatives, and then a negative blood test, guys. What? But before we get started, do not forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button. It's going to be down to the right of your screen. And don't forget to hit your notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post. Okay, guys, we do have a little visitor here with us today. Mr. Luggy. He's here with us today. So if you hear some noise in the background, obviously, that's who it is, okay? So let's get started, guys. Super excited. So just to kind of give you some back history, I just had my last son. If you've been following, you know I had him back in December. He is about 8 months now. And we already knew that we wanted to start trying again for our 4th one around July, August, because I was hoping for a due date sometime around April, May, or June of 2021 so that I could be done before my 30th birthday. I actually want to be done having children before I'm 30. So we already knew we were going to start trying around this time. So I was on the mini pill, which is the lesser hormone birth control pill for when you're breastfeeding. I was on that pill when I decided to start trying. Just in case you don't know about the mini pill, when you stop taking the mini pill at any point, if you miss one, if you take one late, if anytime you miss a pill, you will have what they call breakthrough bleeding, which is so annoying because it just kind of throws off your whether it's your period or whether it's breakthrough bleeding. Sometimes you just really don't know. So when I decided to come off, which was July 1st, I came off my pill. I literally either started my period or started breakthrough bleeding the very next day, which is very common with the mini pill. You typically start bleeding kind of fast, but it was also around the time I was expecting my period, so I didn't know which one it was. So came off my birth control pill July 1st, next day started my period. So I was on my period for about 6 or 7 days. Yeah, it was a pretty long one. And then I was off for about a week or so. And then I started my period again, which is where the confusion is going to start setting in. So I came on about July 2nd, was on for about 6 or 7 days. And then I came off. I came off and then I came back on around, let's say like July the 20th, something like that. And I was on for about 5 days. Then I came off again. So both times after I came off, per my app, it gave me 2 different ovulation days. So I started ovulating. Well, I thought I was ovulating on either one. So of course we were trying in the meantime on both of those. So usually when we try. Like we're like literally getting it in like maybe 3 times a day so that we don't miss the egg. Like I'm pretty fertile, but yeah, like when we try. So okay. Logan. Okay, now it's mommy's talking to the people. Can I talk to the people, please? Can I talk? Okay. So when we try. But this time around, we had decided that we were not gonna like stress it. We were not gonna stress it so hard. We were just gonna like have sex when we felt like it, get in the mood when we get in the mood, and that's kind of how we played things for this round. Around mid-August, I started feeling some type of way, but you know, I really hadn't given it any thought. I did think about it at least maybe like once or twice, but I hadn't really thought I was really pregnant. I didn't think I was gonna get pregnant that fast, even though I have pretty much all the previous times, but I really didn't think about it. I didn't really think we had sex enough, but whatever. So a couple times my mother-in-law had asked me, Destiny, are you pregnant? And I was like, I don't know. I hadn't tested yet. It wasn't time for me to test yet, so I really hadn't given it any thought. My sister ended up we got induced into labor with my new niece, Livia, and I was at her house helping her with everything, and yeah, I was just so tired. Like the exhaustion was on another level, guys. Like it was seriously on another level. I've never been this tired before in any my other pregnancies. I've been pregnant obviously 3 other times, and I've never been this tired before. So I was sitting on my sister's bed with her, and my family was there, and they were just looking at me like, what's wrong? And my mood was just kind of back and forth. They were like, what's wrong? I was like, you know what? I think I'm pregnant, but hey, we'll test a little bit. So something told me, just go ahead and test. Now, mind you, it is 7 days before I'm expected to start my period. This is a Sunday. I wasn't expected to start my period until the next Sunday. So I'm literally 7 days before my missed period. So my sister had these pregnancy tests. These are the test strips, the HCG test strips that you test. And she ordered, you can buy these in like bulk from like Amazon. So she bought these, and this is what I first originally test with, because they say that the HCG, that these tests are more sensitive to the HCG, to low levels of HCG in these tests. So I took one of hers instead of going to buy one and possibly getting a negative. I decided to take one of her test strips, which to my surprise came up positive 7 days before I even, well, technically 8 days before I would have had a missed period. So yeah, I was kind of like, wow, I've never gotten a test positive that early. So of course, what anybody would do, I took another one and same thing, came up positive, and I will have the pictures on the screen. Hopefully you can see them. But their lines were extremely faint. But per the back of this pack, it does say, I don't know if you can see it, but right about there, it says whether the line is dark or faint. If you see it, it's you're pregnant. So I assumed, hey, I'm pregnant. Great. So what I like to do, I don't know this brand, so I went to a trusted brand. I went got a first response and a clear blue, and took both of those same day, and both of them came up negative. Let me correct myself. When I got the first response and the clear blue, the first response came up negative and the clear blue came back inconclusive. So I was really bummed out. I was like, what the heck? So I contacted my doctor, and she said, well, just wait 2 more days because you may be testing too early. You know, even though I got 2 positives from the test strips, she said, just wait, wait 2 more days and retest. So I decided to wait until Tuesday. So I tested again on Tuesday with the test strips my sister had before I bought more of the expensive one. I tested again with the test strips from Amazon, and they came up negative. I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of frustrated. I'm like, okay, and I'm holding on to these positives. Like, I got 2 positives on Sunday. There's no reason why this should come up negative. I got 2 positives. So I emailed my doctor, and I'm like, hey, I'm confused. I've never had this happen to me before, and I'm getting negatives after 2 positives. What's going on? So she started talking to me about the possibility of a chemical pregnancy, which pretty much means like the egg was fertilized, but it wasn't viable. So your body, it kind of dissolved on its own. And then she talked to me about the possibility of an ectopic pregnancy, which is when the baby's in your tube and it's not viable. And she said it possibly could have resolved itself as well, and it could leave some traces of HCG in my system. And I just did not receive that. I'm like, nope, I don't receive that. I believe that if I'm pregnant, that my pregnancies will be viable. And I know there's a lot of women out here who deal with that every day, but I just did not choose to receive that. So I just was like, okay, I want to do a blood test. Let's do a blood test because I feel pregnant, and I've been pregnant 3 times. I think I know what being pregnant feels like. So let's do it. Let's just do the blood test. I went to see my doctor, and we drew the blood. And at that time, the nurse that I was seeing, she was a super nice nurse, and I kind of let her see my my pregnancy test, the original ones, and she was like, yeah, those are both positives. So she just kind of affirmed me, like, most times when you get a positive, it's positive, and she was like, do not rely on this blood test because it may not be accurate. She said it could absolutely be wrong, and you could be pregnant. It could come up negative, or hey, it might see that you are pregnant, and maybe those negative urine tests were wrong. So just, either way, if you feel it, if you know your body, kind of go with that, not necessarily what the test results say. All in all, I get the test results back from the blood test, and it's negative. So at this point, I'm just like bummed all the way out. I was so upset for the rest of the week. But that was Tuesday when I took the blood test. So Wednesday, I actually took another test strip. Thursday, I took another test strip. And Friday, I took another test strip. And they all came up negative, and I was just really bummed out. So I was like, whatever. There's no sign of a period coming. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm feeling crazy. I'm feeling like, how like you're telling people, I know I'm pregnant, All the tests are coming up negative. The blood test said negative, but I know how I feel. So I'm like, let me just wait for my period to come. If my period comes, then I'm not. But if it doesn't, I'm going to retest after my missed periods. At this point, I'm supposed to come on my period on Sunday, It's Friday and I'm still getting negatives. Sunday comes, no period, none at all, no period on Sunday. So I didn't test then. I waited until Monday morning, and I took another test strip. Just so I didn't like waste my morning urine, I took two at one time, and both of them came up positive. So I finally got a positive, and the lines were dark. Like, they were not like that faint line. Like, no, they were dark. So I decided to go, I looked through the trash can for my test that I took from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And to my surprise, they were actually positive. When I pulled those pregnancy tests out of the trash can, those faint lines were there, guys. They were there, and I maybe was just throwing them away too soon. And you're supposed to wait the full 5 minutes for that test. And as soon as like the little pink dye went across and I didn't see a line, I just threw it away. Yeah, but it actually came up positive, and I didn't see it. So that day I kind of put them all in a row, and you can kind of see that they were getting, the line was getting darker every day until, and like after my missed period, the bottom two were the ones from after my missed period. So those were dark. So now that I'm getting consistent positives, I decide I gotta go to my go-tos, go give me a first response and a clear blue. So I get my first response and my clear blue, and the first response, can you see that? Positive. And then the clear blue came back pregnant. I was so excited, guys. I originally wanted to surprise my husband. Yeah, but with all the back and forth, I didn't have the opportunity to do that. I just wanted him to take a look at it and tell me if he saw what I saw and make sure I wasn't crazy. So he came right in and looked at it and was like, yep, that's there. And that's how I told him. And then my boys came in the room and I told them mommy's pregnant again. And yeah, everybody knows that we're pregnant. And I went online and ordered my pregnancy t-shirt. And we put together our announcement, which was my boys all outside with all the toys, all the boy toys that we can have, and me standing there with a big pink shirt on saying this is the last one, seriously, because we want a girl, guys. We want a girl. Ultimately, yes, we want healthy. Yeah, we want healthy. Yes. But our heart truly does desire a girl, and that's what we're praying for. So we're going all in. Team girl, team girl, team girl, team girl, team girl. If you're not team girl, get off of here. Stop following me. Don't watch this, because I don't need no doubters. For my 5-week update, right now I am 5 weeks pregnant. My due date is April the 26th of 2021. And right now, the last 2 weeks, well, like I said in the video earlier, the only symptoms I've been experiencing is just extreme exhaustion, which is very, very different from my last 3. I haven't been like tired like how I am now. Like, I can literally be talking to you and fall asleep. That's how tired I've been. So I've had extreme exhaustion, very little nausea so far. I mean, I've had really bad nausea and vomiting with my other 3, so I'm expecting it. Prayerfully, I don't have it, but I'm expecting it to come soon. So we're just waiting for that. And then the only other thing that only two things I've noticed is, one, I have this little rash that I've broken out with on my arm. And it's like an eczema rash, which is kind of giving me some girl vibes. I'm hoping for some girl vibes, because when I Google rashes like during pregnancy, it kind of is a symptom that happens when you're pregnant with a girl. Typically they say girls still mommy's beauty. So I've got this little rash on my arm. And then the last one is my mood swings. Like, I can literally be totally chill 1 second and like pop off the next, and I don't really know what sets me off. I just feel it coming, and I just get upset and aggravated really, really fast. So those are my symptoms as of week 5. So I'm just extremely exhausted all the time. No nausea or vomiting as of yet. I have a little rash on my arm that's extremely itchy and just kind of growing. And my mood swings are all over the place. For my prenatal vitamins, my doctor has me on, I have the same doctor who has been my doctor for all of my kids, and she knows that I get really sick during my pregnancy taking prenatal vitamins. So she typically prescribes me, I usually always start off with the little gummy chewy ones, and then I usually get sick from them, and then she has to prescribe me what I'm about to tell you about. So she typically prescribes me this is the prenatal vitamin tablet. It's like a regular prenatal vitamin pill. It's just like a little pill, and I take that every day, which is just your normal prenatal vitamin pill, and I get those refilled every month. And then the last one is just an additional 1 milligram folic acid tablet. So the prenatal vitamin has folic acid in it, but she puts me on additional folic acid just because it never hurts to have a little extra boost of folic acid, help with the baby's spine and brain. So prenatal vitamins, already been taking those. I've been taking these since before I found out I was pregnant, because you need to go ahead and get it in your system before you get pregnant. But I've been taking these since before I got pregnant, since about June. So it's not actually time for a refill. So prenatal vitamins, guys, if you're pregnant or trying to get pregnant, go ahead and start taking your prenatal vitamins. It's the best thing for baby. I say all this to say, don't get discouraged if you get negative tests. Sometimes you might be testing a little early. The blood test obviously was wrong. Maybe it was too early. I don't know, but don't put all your hopes into urine tests. Don't put all your hopes into blood tests, even given by the doctors. Those are not always accurate. You know your body, and I knew how I felt, and I knew what I was feeling, and I knew that was pregnancy for me. I know how my body feels when I'm pregnant, so I knew that I was pregnant, and I had to just trust that. I felt crazy talking to people, telling people that I know I'm pregnant, and I was getting negative pregnancy tests, but I had to just go with what I felt. I had to go with God, and it ended up serving me right. So I say all that to say, just trust your instincts. Your instincts can be right, and you can know your body. So just trust that. Now, me getting a positive test 7 days before my missed period could possibly mean twins, guys. I'm not speaking it, but I've never gotten a positive pregnancy test that early. And I do know if you're having doubles, you can see HCG earlier. So, hey, I don't know. I'm not claiming that. I'm not speaking that. But if it's 2 girls, I'll take it. I will. But if it's 2 boys, I don't want to say I'm going to send them back, but God, please don't do that to me. I need 2 girls, or at least 1 boy, 1 girl. I will even take that. 1 boy, 1 girl. But ultimately, I just want 1 little girl. That's what my prayer is, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please click that link below and like and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you have any questions or concerns, I'm happy to answer. Just please leave them down below. Okay, guys? Moms, always remember that your kids appreciate you for all that you do. And a woman who fears the Lord, her children will rise up and call her blessed, guys. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Yeah.